I want to know the character of this God that I love. So I thought, what better way than read the whole Bible? So I started. About 2 months into that, tragedy hit our household, and I lost my firstborn son. So I put the Bible down. I couldn't keep going. I didn't have the heart, but I kept walking past it. And finally, I picked that Bible up, and I looked up at God, and I said, I'm going to give you a chance. Imagine telling the God of all creation that you're going to give him a chance. That's what I told him. And I opened up and I started reading again. And as I read, I learned something about relationship. You see, to have a relationship with anyone, you got to be talking to them, and they got to be talking to you. You got to be listening to them, and they have to be listening to you. Well, the way I see it, the way God talks to us is through his word, and the way we talk to him is through prayer. So if those two things aren't happening, you have to wonder, do I really have a relationship with God at all? And let me tell you, there's something beautiful that comes with having a relationship with the God of all creation. You see, he makes us these promises, y'all. And the promise I've been hanging on to with everything in me for the last 6 years is God promises that if you have a relationship with him, he will never leave you or forsake you. Never. Look, sometimes you gotta work hard to find him. I'm not gonna deceive you. Sometimes in my darkest hours, it took me a while. I had to wait. But in Psalms, it says this: God's a safe house for the battered, a sanctuary in hard times. Listen to this. The moment you arrive, you relax. You're never sorry you're not. No matter what you're going through tonight, no matter how hard it is, choose to knock on God's door. Because he's there, faithfully. It's been a hard year, it almost took me down, I swear. And life is so good, I'm not so sure what we have. I'll never be the same man. I'll never feel like I felt before. It's been a hard year, it almost took me down. But when my world went to pieces, you were there faithfully. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you made a way for me. I may never be the same man, but I'm a man who still believes. When I cried out to you, Jesus, you were there faithfully. Yes, you were. I've had a hard time finding the blue in the skies above me. And if I'm keeping it real, I've been half fake and the happy they say. I may look like the same man, but I'm half the man I You were there faithfully.